Hey guys, thankfully it's Jake. Now in this video today, we're going to be talking about potential Easter eggs that I'm hoping to see. I'm going to be listing a few ideas, and I'm hoping to see this. And because we're going to an island, and there's a lot of stories where there's people stranded on islands, and these are not like a main Easter egg for this game. I'm hoping to see like little Easter eggs around the map that are referring to these little stories of these people that crash on an island. So if you guys enjoy though, leave a like if you guys do, and subscribe if you guys are new and enjoy zombies content like this. But anyways, let's get into it. So a main Easter egg that we could be seeing is on the story Castaway. Basically, Tom Hanks is flying with FedEx, I think, and they crash. And on this island, he's stranded with all these packages. And one of these packages is a volleyball, and he kind of gets lonely on this island, and he kind of goes crazy, all the way to the point where he does something with his, he's trying to start fire, and he cuts his hand, and he gets mad, and he throws this ball, or this volleyball. And it's the creation of his best friend, Wilson. And basically, it's just a handprint with eyes on a volleyball. And this becomes a main aspect to this movie because in the end he has to part ways with Wilson. But what if we see Wilson just floating in the water on a part of this map? So now that we're still on the topic of island and getting stranded, the famous British literature novel Lord of the Flies is a perfect example of stranded on an island. A group of British schoolboys get stranded on an island after a plane crash, and they essentially turn into savages. Many things happen throughout this novel. Two main characters die. So essentially in this, they turn into savages, but they take a pig's head they found on the island, they cut it off, and they stick it on a stick. Basically, there's just a pig's head on a stick. And that kind of symbolizes giving in to the beast, or their savage nature that's found in every human. That's just like, I don't know. But that would be an awesome Easter egg to see throughout this map, is seeing a stick with a pig's head on it, symbolizing Lord of the Flies. Throughout this book, there's also a parachuter that crashes on the island, and these kids are scared of it. They think that it's a monster. So what if we see a dead parachuter? We see a plane crash. What if there was a parachuter and he's stuck in a tree, and that could symbolize what we saw from Lord of the Flies? Now, a main character in this book, his name is Piggy, and when they crashed on the island, he broke his glasses. But this character's Piggy's glasses are the center point of their survival because they needed to create fire, and both groups, the savage group and the people that kind of stayed normal, were fighting over these glasses, or these pair of broken glasses. So maybe that's another Easter egg that we could see on this map, is a pair of broken glasses somewhere. Now, the last huge thing that could definitely be possible is the reference to the show Lost. A group of survivors crash on a flight Oceanic 815. It's a great show. If you guys have never seen the show Lost, I recommend right now watch it. So many things happen on this island that they crashed on, and it's really awesome. But what makes it super relevant that there could be potentially Easter eggs referring to the show Lost is on the map Verrucht, there's an Easter egg referring to Lost. There's a pair of numbers that are used all throughout the show, and it's found on Verrucht. But what if we see some more references to the show Lost? What if we see the giant statue somewhere on an island? What if on this crash plane that we actually see from the trailer, it says somewhere like Flight 815? Maybe it has some name references to some of the characters, and I highly think that there's going to be some references to the show Lost for sure, considering that there was already a reference to it in the past. But this is just perfect because it's an island. We actually see a plane crash, but these survivors crash on an island. I could definitely see that happening. Leave your guys' thoughts. If you guys have seen any of these, if you've read Lord of the Flies, seen Lost, seen Castaway, what other Easter eggs do you think they could put into these maps referring to these things that I've stated? Or maybe there's some other stories or movies referring to getting stranded on an island that we could see. So yeah, though, if you guys have seen any of these shows or read the novel Lord of the Flies, maybe I missed a story or movie, I probably did, of people getting crashed on an island or stranded on an island. What do you guys think? What Easter eggs do you guys think that they could add to this map? I'm hoping to see this. This would be amazing. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. 500 likes is the goal, and subscribe if you guys are new. Talk to you guys in the next one. Goodbye.